Hello everyone and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin and today we're going to start our playthrough of Terminator Genisys Rise of the Resistance. We're doing the first mission called Gathering Supplies. Now I did do a setup video if you want to go ahead and check that out, but if you're just here to jump into the playthrough, let's get started. The game comes with reference cards that I find super helpful. I love when games come with these. They are two-sided, so I'm showing you two different cards, one side of each. So here we have the turn sequence. So we're going to start with what we call the decision phase. This is where if you're playing cooperatively, you could talk together as a team to determine who wants to go first. I, being myself, I'm just going to talk to myself and make a determination that John Connor is going to go first. Then what we have is the player phase. What we do there is we'll roll our 4 action dice and then assign them to use actions. Okay. Then after that we have the enemy phase. That will be where we'll roll the enemy reinforcement dice. Then we'll have all enemies move. And then all enemies will attack. Then if there's any bosses on the board, which this scenario doesn't have, so we'll ignore that. And then we have any recovering of stunned enemies. Some missions have end of round effects as well, I believe, but in this one we also don't have any effects at the end of round. And then they've got information on downed characters. Over here we have action references, so this tells you what you can do based on the actions that you're taking, but we'll see that as we play. So let's go ahead and start with John Connor. John is blue, so I'm going to go ahead and give his 4 blue dice a roll. Ooh, 2 6s, a 5, and a 1. I like what I see. For John, we're going to go ahead and use his first die and activate his move and move 6 spaces. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use his 5-sided die and place this here to be able to move up to 5 spaces. And then finally use his special ability and place this die on his space over here where he can allow another character to use that die, because right now there really isn't much else he can do because there's no enemies on the board since we're starting at this first scenario. Now you can see on the board there's these blue lines. That denotes different zones. So this is all one zone on the board. You can see over here this is a zone on the board. Over here this is a zone on the board. So when we have John Connor move 1 space, because remember we're using his 6-pipped die, so we're able to move 6 spaces, we would then check this zone to see if there's a waypoint. If there is, we'd reveal it. But there isn't one, so what we're going to do is just move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then our second one, we had 5 total movement. Instead of using a total amount of 5, all I'm going to do is use a movement of 2 to move on to this obstacle. So this, whenever you move on to a yellow obstacle, it costs 2 movement instead of 1. So I'm going to move there and I'm going to end my movement. Because what I'm hoping to do is have my next character come over here and open the supplies. And remember, when you open supplies, anybody in your zone, you can actually give those specific equipment items that we obtain. And so this way, John could be one of them. Technically, I could have him open this, actually. He has enough dice to do that. But then only he can get that equipment, and he can only keep 1 more. So I'd like to have more of our characters there. We do have 1 extra die, a 1. I'm not going to use it this round. Nothing that I can really do with it. I have nothing to attack. So yeah, we're going to end our activation, which means we're now going to have the reinforcements. So we're going to roll 2 dice to reinforce the enemies. If we roll a 1, 3, or 5, enemies are going to spawn. And we rolled a 2 and a 3. So the 2 right now does nothing. We're just going to spawn 1 enemy in the 3 spawn zone. Now I just want to show you this so you can see this. First of all, when John finished his turn, I should have flipped this over to say he's done. And then second of all, you can see the blue enemies here. So we're going to grab the front one. That's a T800. And now what I like to do is I just slide these on up. The next time that he has to place any enemies, it will be one of the drones. The Charlie spawn point is right here. So we will place that T800 here. And now we were going to activate all of the enemies that are blue on the board. First thing they're going to do is they're going to move. They're going to try and move within range of the closest character. If there's ties, the players get to choose. So right now, this T800 is going to try and get in range, which is a range of 6, to John Connor. This game does have line of sight, but the line of sight is super simple. You just have to be able to trace a line from any part of your hex to any part of the hex of the enemy that you're attacking. The obstacles do not block line of sight. Characters do not block line of sight. The only things that block line of sight are red items, like this red wall, or if there's a obstacle that has red around it, like the truck is red, that blocks line of sight. This really helps streamline, so I like it. So the T-800 has a total movement of 4. He's just going to try and get himself closer to John Connor. So we'll just take 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good to go. Next, we'll have our Guardian, the Terminator, go. So we'll roll our 4 dice. We've got a 5, 3, 4, and a 1. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this 5 die as a move. So I'll place that on his board. And we're going to move ourselves 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then I think we're going to go ahead and use this 4 for our other movement. We can do a maximum of 2 movement because that's what's on our board for every character. 1, 2, 3. Let's stop here. He has a better defense ability, so I want him to be in front of Connor just in case some enemy comes and tries to attack. Probably won't happen this round because the enemies are going to spawn so far away, but that way he's in the front. Now what we're going to do is we're going to interact with this supply crate because both John and the Guardian would get the benefit. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the 6 from John Connor because in order to interact with that supply crate, we need to use a 4, 5, or 6, and all we have left is a 3 and a 1. So we're going to go ahead and use this 6. We can place that on the interact spot on our board to say we're going to interact with that supply crate. Here we have our supply crate card. So it says while you're adjacent, which our Terminator is, remove the supply crate token from the map. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that supply crate from the map. It is gone. And then it states what we can do is draw 2 equipment cards and immediately give them to any characters in your zone. So it'll either be myself or Connor. Let's flip them up. Oh, we've got an EMP grenade. And we have an EMP grenade. Okay, so we have 2 EMP grenades. These are awesome. Place your grenade token within range equal to the dice value. So this is a special. You can place any pipped die. So let's say I placed this 3 here. I could place my grenade token 3 spaces away. Then what you do is you roll this die, choose a number of enemies equal to the roll in the same zone as the grenade token. Each chosen enemy is stunned. Then discard this card. So I'm going to go ahead and give 1 to the Terminator and 1 to John Connor. That middle slot that they have can hold either a weapon or equipment. So we'll go ahead and each grab 1 additional piece of equipment. We have 2 more dice. Can't use them now, nothing to shoot at. So we're just going to roll for enemy placement, a 6 and a 4. Those are even. So we have no enemy spawn. We'll go ahead and let's move to Kyle. So we're going to have Kyle go. We'll grab our white dice and give him a roll. We've got a 6, a 5, a 4, and a 3. Kyle's special ability is he's not hindered by obstacles. He can move through them normally. So I'm going to go ahead and use this 6 and this 5 so we get a total of 11 movement. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So we're next to this supply crate. I've got 2 dice. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to spend this 4 because I believe we can use a 4, 5, or 6. Yep. I'm going to interact with that crate. So we'll remove this crate. We're going to draw 2 pieces of equipment. We're going to have to discard 1. We can only hold 1 of them. So let's see. We get to draw a weapon or a plasma canister. The plasma canister is pretty sweet because it says on your turn, discard this card to remove all action dice from 1 weapon card, and you can re-roll them and you can use them again that turn. But I already have one of those. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the weapon. Immediately discard this card to draw from the weapon deck. So what I do is I draw the top card of the weapon deck. There aren't many weapons at level 1. We've got a sniper rifle. I haven't seen this one. Range 5 through 12. So when it gives you a range like that, you have to be at a minimum 5 spaces away from that enemy. If they're 3 spaces, you can't use it. This will roll 4 dice. Now let's see. This weapon's attack deals an extra wound. Wow. We've got a 5 or a 6. Each of your fists results add an additional damage in addition to triggering abilities. Yeah, I think that was a great choice. I think he'll be taking the sniper rifle. Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and roll for reinforcements. 5 and a 5. Ooh, yeah, we're going to have 2 spawns. 5 is our echo area here, so we'll place 1, the T-800 here, and the drone here. We will now move them. So the T-800 moves 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the T-800 moves 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to move here. Now they try and shoot. So he can see, who's that over there? That's Kyle. He can see Kyle, but Kyle's too far away because his range is 2. The T-800's range is 6, but he has no line of sight to Kyle because that's a wall. So we have no attack yet, but we've got enemies coming actually from behind, which is great. We'll start Alex's turn by rolling his dice. He gets a 6, 2, 1, 1. Terrible. Alex is going to go ahead and use his 6 die and his 2 die for his total of movement of 8. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd like to go 6 into here, but I need 2 movement, which is why then I have the die for 2 pips to move 1, 2 into here. He then is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has a line of sight. You can see a straight line. You can see the drone. So he's going to use his plasma rifle. The rifle has a range of 8. We get to roll 3 attack dice. We're going to go ahead and use our 1 here to activate it. If we used a 6, we could re-roll one of our results, but we can't do that here. So we're looking for a total of 2 hits. If we can get 2 hits on this drone, we destroy it. Now I have the drone card here as well because I want you to see it, because if we end up rolling a Terminator face, well then he's going to have a dodge ability. But you can see here his defense is 2, so we just need 2 hits. We'll give him a roll. Oh my gosh. That is 3 Terminators. That's 100% a fail of an attack. The nice thing is the HK drone doesn't attack back with rolling that, so we're going to use our second one to try and attack again. Okay, come on. You know, that was a pretty terrible roll. Let's see if we can actually do something here. Oh, there we go. 2, 4, 5. I would say this drone is toast. Now, this drone will go into the back of the white conga line and eventually will come back out as we spawn. Alex has used all 4 of his dice, so we'll go to the reinforcement phase. We'll roll. We rolled a 1 and a 6. There is no 6 spawn area yet, so we'll spawn at location 1, which is Alpha. Alpha is way up here. Now, we get to move all the red enemies. There's only 1. If there wasn't this blast door, he might try and go to the right, but the enemies don't open blast doors from how I understand it. So all he's going to do is go 1, 2, 3, 4, trying to get himself in range. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's not even close. So that's all he's going to do. We've now ended the round. Every player has activated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ready all of our tokens that say done now. We'll flip it back to the ready side, grab all of our dice, and we'll start the next round. Now, I generally like to start with John Connor because of his ability to place that extra die and other players can use it. But I kind of want the Guardian to reveal this waypoint token. Just in case more enemies come out, he is a better defender than John is. So I think we're going to start with our Terminator. We'll give our dice a roll. We've got a 6, 5, 3, and a 1. I think I'm going to start with using my 5 as our movement. So a movement of 5. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now the moment we're in this zone with this waypoint token, we reveal it. We stop our movement. Now we can continue our movement after this, after we reveal this token and read some text. But it's important to note that normally if you stop your movement to do another action, you don't get the remaining movement points you had left. They're done. So, but this is the exception to that because you have to immediately reveal this. So we're going to look at C or Charlie. Incredibly, we found a room on sublevel 3 that still had power, drawing on nuclear generators far below the surface. There we found charged plasma weapon packs and sealed fuel drums we could use for the truck. It wasn't a crate of tea rations, but it would definitely get us closer to achieving our mission. As we began lugging the supplies outside, the whine of an approaching HK-8 drone made us all duck for cover. It has located us, the T-800 said after it is gone. Reinforcements will be here soon. This waypoint token represents supplies to be gathered. Flip enemy entrance Charlie over to the heavy side. What it means to move to the heavy side is this is the light side. I'm going to flip it over. Heavy side now means that we're going to spawn enemies on a 3 and a 4 on this spawn point, which of course is right around where we are. Perfect. We have used 3 of our total of 5 movement. Now, what I could do is get next to this so that then I can pick that up, because that is something that we need to do. But I think the Guardian is better as a defender, so I'm going to go ahead and still move him 2 more towards our enemy here, because what I want to do is attack him. So now we're within range 3 of him. He can use his plasma shotgun. We'll place our 6 die here. We get to roll 4 dice, and because we placed a 6 die, we can ignore one of the Terminator results. The T-800s, we need a total of 3 hits instead of only the 2 for the drones. Let's see if we can do it. We'll give them a roll. Okay, so we can ignore this. We have 3 hits right here, which is more than enough. We did potentially would be able to activate our fist ability, but that's just about defending, so that wouldn't even matter. But the 3 hits is enough to take out that enemy. So this T-800 is gone. Now, if we're hoping to supply some cover for our team, I think we're definitely going to want to use our 3 die here to move into that obstacle space, because that obstacle space will actually protect 2 hits for us. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3 to move into here. Why that's so important is, look, this is the Charlie spot that now is upgraded to heavy, so it's very likely enemies are going to spawn from there and probably attack our Terminator. Speaking of which, let's roll for enemy reinforcements. And we get a 1 and a 3. We have 2 drones that will spawn, 1 here and 1 all the way over here. They will now both move. This one will move 1, 2, 3. Now it's within range of our Terminator, so it will stop moving. This one's going to move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still not in range of anyone, but it's coming in quick because those drones move fast. So now this drone is going to attack our Guardian. The drones will attack with 2 dice. When they attack, they're looking for the Terminator icons. When they do that, they'll do a point of damage. If you get a hit symbol, that doesn't do anything. We still get the benefit of any of the fist icons that we roll. We get to use our ability. And for the Guardian, that would be ignoring one of the hit results, which would be nice. So this drone will attack with 2 dice. Wow, 2 direct hits. So we're on an obstacle spot, not for long. That obstacle spot has a shield of 2. So that obstacle spot will take 2 points of damage and will be destroyed. But then the Guardian is now sitting out there like a sitting duck. That was a pretty brutal shot. So this gets discarded. And now we're just standing here on the regular ground. Our cover has been blown. Next, let's go ahead and have John Connor activate. We'll roll it up. Wow, 3, 1, 1, 1. We're going to use both the 3 and the 1 as our movement. So we have a whopping movement of 4 this round. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, our what do we have? A plasma assault rifle? We have a range of 6. So we're right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can actually hit that drone. Because remember, other characters or even enemies do not block line of sight. It's only these walls or obstacles that are red that will block line of sight. So I think we'll go ahead and use a 1 to try and attack. We'll place this die right here. So we're going to roll 3 dice, range of 6. I didn't use a 5 or a 6, so we can ignore this. The drone has 2 defense, so we just got to get 2 hits here. And what is it with me and rolling Terminator icons? Jeez. Okay, that's a total fail. Let's go ahead and use our other one because this does have 2 activation spaces. I was going to potentially save that, but I think I'd want to try and kill this HK-8 drone. Of course, the way I'm rolling. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, that's enough. Our fist is ignoring, and when we're attacking, we get to ignore one of the Terminator symbols. Don't need it this time. That'll be enough to take out that HK drone. We'll now move into reinforcements. We rolled a 2 and a 1. The 2, nothing's going to happen. We'll have 1 come out at the top of the board. We're going to have another HK drone coming out over here. That's our only blue enemy. So he'll just move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nobody's in range of 2, so no attack. Let's move to Kyle. Kyle's out on his own. Let's see if we can get him closer to our team. And he has a great roll. Look at that. 6, 6, or 6, 5, 5, 5. So unfortunately, the yellow drone is only 4 spaces away, but the blue drone is 5. Let's go ahead and use a 5 with our sniper rifle and attack. So we're going to roll 4 dice, and because we're using a 5, each of our fists results as an additional hit, plus his ability is when attacking, if he gets a fist, he gets an additional hit. So each fist is going to be worth 2 damage. I just want you to see, don't forget we're attacking the blue one because 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's only 4 away, but this one is 5. So we're going to sniper him and then run. Hopefully. We'll give our 4 dice a roll. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. We do have a Terminator symbol. This says if at least one Terminator symbol is rolled when defending, cancel 1 hit. So that would get rid of this hit, but we still have 3, which is enough to take them out. They only have 2 defense. What the heck? Should we use the plasma assault rifle? I think we should. We'll use a 5. We get to reroll 1 die because we're using a 5 or a 6. We'll roll 3 dice. That one is within the range of 6, so we can attack him. 3 dice, looking for 2 hits. And we get 3 hits with a cancel, so 2 hits. That's still good enough. That will take out this yellow drone. Beautiful. And then we're going to use our 6 and our 5 that we have remaining to go ahead and just do a ton of movement. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Don't forget, he does not get affected by obstacles. 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to stand right behind our Guardian, and he's hopefully going to next round get that waypoint, or maybe that one, and then we can start moving this way. Now for enemy reinforcements, and we get a 4 and a 4. Oh, that means 2 of them are coming out by our Guardian and by Kyle. We'll place a drone here and a T-800 here. So the drone will move, and 1, 2, 3, and now we're within 2. Now this T-800 has a range of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so he doesn't have to move. Both of them are going to be able to attack our Guardian. Our poor Guardian here is sitting out in the open. He's got no cover. Let's see what we get. Oh, nothing. So hits do nothing when the enemy is attacking. Great. So that's the HK-8 drone, but now the T-800 is going to attack. They attack with 3. So we're going to grab 3 dice for this. We'll roll them up, and we have 1 hit. This is why John is cool. What we can do here is once per round, a character in your zone, and we are in the same zone as our Terminator, flip that, can ignore 1 wound. Sweet. So our Terminator didn't even take any damage. Alex is our hacker, so I think I'm going to have him try and pick up that supplies, as long as he doesn't roll terribly. No, that should be good. We're going to go ahead and use our 5 here for 5 total movement. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now adjacent to the supplies here. We're then going to use our special interact here, so we'll place a 2 here. It says, when using this interact action, you may change the die to any value. We need it to be a 4 or higher so we can pick up that supply token. So we now have the first of 3 of the supplies that we need. We'll then go ahead and use our plasma rifle because it has a range of 8. We're going to use a 4 so we don't get the special ability, but we're going to attack at a range of 3 going for that white drone. Just so you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have a straight line, so we have a line of sight with only characters in the way, no red obstacles. Looking for 2 hits. And we get 1 hit. We get our special ability, which is all about defending, which is nothing. And then they get to prevent 1 hit because of their ability. So that was a miss. Let's go ahead and use our 2 die to try that again. So we're going to attack 1 more time. Yeah, this is a bit of a stretch. We might not be able to do it, but it's worth a shot. 1, 2 hits, which is enough, but then they dodge 1 of them. And our ability, once again, is about defending. We can re-roll. We're not defending, so we missed twice. Bummer. We'll now move to reinforcements. We roll a 6 and a 1. The 6 doesn't do anything, but the 1 will spawn. We'll place the next T-800 right here. We'll have each one move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, because they have to get all the way around. And you guys, I'm realizing I may have cheated. I forgot to activate one of the white enemies. There's this white T-800 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He would have moved 4 spaces. Let's see if he could have hit Kyle. Kyle was right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because Kyle was over here. Their range is 6. So we're okay. I fixed it. Sorry about that. That'll end round 2. We're still doing okay. Nobody has any wounds. We got a couple white enemies over there, but I think we're going to be able to take care of them. That just means Kyle should not activate for a little bit. We should let other people go. We do have 2 red enemies here, but we're having fun funneling them all the way through here because we haven't opened that blast door. When we open that blast door, then they're going to start racing through the other way. We have that waypoint token that's in the same zone as those 2 enemies. I think the Guardian's the best to go in there and deal with that. So we're going to go ahead and start with our Terminator again. We're going to roll, oh, that's not bad, a 6, 2, 1, and a 5. I think we're going to go ahead and use our plasma shotgun to start us off, using a 6 so we can ignore 1 of the Terminator symbols. Rolling 4 dice. This should be pretty good. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would say that drone is toast. Let's then use our 5 die for movement. So we'll use that. We'll go 1, 2. The moment we move into that zone, we'll reveal this token. It's Alpha. The base looked like it had seen hard fighting. Plasma burns scorched the walls, heaviest near entry points. Clusters of bones lay among bits of melted metal from dusted machines. Whoever had defended this place, they'd made Skynet pay dearly in taking it. Could be there wasn't anything left inside, but the opportunity was too good to pass up. It also didn't mean the place was empty either. Everyone had their fingers on triggers as we headed deeper in. This waypoint token represents supplies to be gathered. I cannot believe I found 2 of them right away. Flip enemy entrance alpha over to the heavy side. Here we have alpha, so now it's going to be a 1 or a 2. We're going to spawn an enemy over there. Well, once again, our Guardian is not great at picking up supplies. He only has a 2 and a 1 left. He does still have 3 movement, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to get ourselves into at least a little bit of cover. Right now, we're adjacent to that T-800, so let's go ahead and use our special. We can attack up to 2 adjacent enemies, so we have 1 that's adjacent to us. We'll roll 3 attack dice. 3 hits with 3 dice, not that likely, but you never know. Let's see. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll take out that T-800. We basically just punched him in the face. We have 1 more die left. We can't use anything for it. So now we're going to spawn 1s through 5 spawn something. The only thing that doesn't is a 6. So we're going to spawn 2 enemies, 3 and 5. The 3 we're going to spawn right next to our Guardian. Out comes another T-800. And 5 is way over here by the truck. We'll go ahead and move this guy 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our other T-800 is going to go ahead and attack the Guardian right now. But the Guardian is in cover, at least cover 1. We'll roll our 3 dice. And we do get 1 hit. Yeah. And we have nothing to prevent that. So that means our Guardian is going to take the first wound. Remember, you're knocked down if you are about to take your 4th wound. So he's okay, but yeah, still not great. I think let's go ahead and move to John Connor. We get a 3, 4, 2, and a 1. Man, could we roll any worse for John? We'll start off by using our 4 die here for movement. We're going to move ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is something, you guys, you can always move through friendly characters. You can never move through enemies. Now I'm within range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. I'm going to use my 1 for attacking. I'm going to use our plasma assault rifle so that I'll roll 3 dice. 3 dice on 3 defense. We've got 1, 2, 3. He has, you can ignore for his ability, because we have a fist, we can ignore 1 Terminator symbol. Oh, good, because the Guardian would take another wound. 3 attack, though, that's going to take out that T-800. That is sweet. I'm all about taking a little bit of risk. So I'm going to go ahead and now use our 3 die for our 2nd movement. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. That will reveal this waypoint token. That is Delta or D. Spotting a room labeled Armory, we made a quick detour, hoping it might still contain a cache of weapons. We were partially right. Inside was a half-dozen crates of MK2s, tough plasma rifles that could melt an Endo's face clean off. We all swapped our battered guns for new ones, the faint whine of the activated power packs music to our ears. Kyle was especially pleased at finding a pristine new weapon. I don't think I'd ever seen him smile like that before. Discard the waypoint token and draw a weapon card. I'm going to discard this token. Unfortunately, this was John Connor. He already has 3 items, so if he gets a good weapon, he's going to have to discard something. And he gets the machine gun, another one I haven't seen. What does this say? Attack 3, range 2 through 8. If you use a 4, 5, or 6, after attacking with this weapon, you may make a 2nd attack against a target within range. Yeah, he's going to keep that. I think, oh man, yeah, I think I'm going to discard the EMP grenade. It's great. It stuns a bunch of enemies, but the weapon is awesome. A machine gun. How can you say no? We still have a 2 left. I'm going to go ahead and put that onto our special in case anyone can use it. The problem is there's likely no one going to be in our zone, but I'll still put it there just in case. We'll go ahead and roll for spawning. We rolled a 2 and a 6. What's great about the 6? Nothing. Only the 2. That'll bring on another T-800 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because once again, that blast door is still locked. It won't be for long, but it's still locked for now. Let's go ahead and move to Alex. I'm hoping Alex can get to that supply token and pick it up. Then we would have 2 supplies, which would be nice. Let's see, what did we get? We got a 1, a 4, 5, and a 4. We're going to be a little risky again, but I really want to pick up that supplies. So we're going to use a 5 and a 4. That's a total of 9 movements. That's our 2 movements. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So we're right next to the supplies. We're going to use our special ability that we can use our interact, but we can change it to any color that or any die number that we need. So we'll change it to a 6 so that we're able to pick up that 2nd supplies. Great. We only just need to find 1 more. And there's only 2 more waypoint tokens, so that's not terrible. And I'm actually going to retcon one thing. I meant to use the 4 and change that to be able to do the interact, because I want the 1 for our other special ability. We're going to place our 1 here because this die can match an enemy entrance. There's the enemy entrance of 1 over an alpha. And then if we roll a 3 or a 4, because that's where we are, we can instead have them spawn in location 1, where they won't be able to attack us. So that's why I wanted to do that. Now on to the reinforcement phase. So we rolled a 5 and a 6. The 6 doesn't do anything, and the 5 is not bad. The 5 will just place a drone here, which then we will move 8 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And no one is within a range of 2. We'll move to our final character for this round, Kyle. What is with me, you guys? I almost forgot to activate 2 more of Alex's enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And no one's in range of 6. We also had that drone. Okay, now we're going to move to Kyle. Let's see what we get. I really want a 6. I did get a 6. Oh, now it's going to be a question of what do I want to do. The first thing we're going to do with Kyle, use our 5 to go ahead and make a movement of 5. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're next to the blast doors. We can interact with the blast doors with a 6. So I'm going to place that in my interact spot. And that means we have opened up the blast door. Is that a good thing? I don't know. But now we can attack. We are within a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got a nice line of sight here. So we're going to use this 2 with our sniper rifle, and that'll allow us to roll 4 dice, but we don't get the special ability of adding hits with our fists because of the sniper rifle. But we do have our regular ability of adding that. So yeah, I think we still should be able to take them out with only rolling 4 dice. 4 dice, looking for 3 hits. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Oh. Now, this says if at least one of the Terminator symbols is rolled when defending, move 1 hex closer to the nearest character, then have them suffer a wound, but there's no characters near them, so that's not going to happen. We're going to take them out, no problem. Kyle has a 1 left. I think we're going to use it as a movement. And we're going to go ahead and just take a step back here. I know they'll still target us now if something spawns over there, but hopefully other people can get in front of us. Yeah, because his ability is all about attacking, not defending. Let's see what enemies spawn. We'll give our dice a roll. We've got a 2 and a 6. Wow, how can we get that lucky? We keep rolling a 6. So only 1 enemy comes out. We'll have a drone come out, and it's going to move 1, 2. It's within range 2 now of Kyle, so it'll attack him. But before that, we'll have this T-800, 1, 2, 3, 4, move 4 spaces as well towards us. No one's in range of 6. Technically, this way is a little bit faster than going around this way. The drone's going to attack for 2. And nothing. The fist symbol is for us. We had no Terminator symbols. We're good. That'll end this round. We've got 1 waypoint token over here that we might have to search, and this one over here. This one shouldn't be a problem. This one's a pain to get to. When my practice playthrough, I had to get all the way to that one. It was a pain. I have definitely spread myself out a little bit. I'm going to need to bunch myself together again. I don't want people getting singled out and being attacked by 4 enemies at one time. So that's what I'll try and do this round. Get everybody together, hopefully around this area, and then push forward, trying to probably get to this waypoint first so that I don't have to go to this one if I don't need to. And then hopefully that'll be the one we need. Race through here and jump into that car down here. All right, let's do it. I've been feeling like the order that I've been doing for our characters is pretty good. So I'm going to start with the Terminator again, get himself hopefully in front of Kyle Reese as a defender. And that will work. A 6, a 5, a 4, and a 2. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a 6 and a 4 for our movement for our Guardian. We got to get him over there. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Get onto that little bit of a cover space. Then I'm going to go ahead and use our 5 here with our plasma shotgun. So we're rolling 4 dice within a range of 4. We don't get any benefit trying to take out that drone. 4 dice is nice. Let's see. We have, okay, it's going to cancel out 1 hit. Oh, man. That canceled out this hit. His fists are all about defending. So only it does 1 point of damage. That's not enough to take the drone out. Oh, I was going to use this to heal. No, I'm going to use it to attack. I don't want that. Well, someone else can take that guy out. I think I am going to use this to heal. So I'm just going to place this on my rest spot. And that means that I can remove 1 wound. So now I have 1 less wound. We'll then go ahead and spawn enemies. We've got a 5 and a 4. Oh, they're both coming out. We'll place the drone over here in the 5 spot, and we'll place the T-800 right here. So this T-800 won't move. He can see as that's Alex. We then have our 2 enemies over here that will activate, and funny enough, our Guardian is only about 1 space closer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, they're going to start heading up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one T-800 is going to go for Alex, and we get, oh man. All right, so right now it's 2 damage, but Alex has a when defending, and he has a fist, so it's when defending, reroll all of the Terminator symbols. So both of these get rerolled. Thank goodness. And that is sweet. No hits. Thank you, Alex. He's a good defender. We'll now move to John. Let's see what we get. Finally, some great dice. 2 6s, a 4, and a 3. We've got ourselves our plasma rifle. It has a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go ahead and attack that drone. We're going to use a 6 die for that so that we can re-roll one of our results if need be. We're rolling 3 dice. 3 dice on a 2 defense. We can re-roll 1. We don't need to re-roll 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. His bonus is you can eliminate one of the Terminator symbols. Yeah, doesn't even need to worry about it. That drone is gone. I think then I'll go ahead and use a 6 and a 3 to move a total of 9. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So we can use that as cover. We're going to hide behind that supply crate because we don't really need more supplies right now. Both of these guys are already filled up. We're then going to store this 4 on our card in case somebody needs it. Let's roll for reinforcements. We have a 4 and a 3. Well, unfortunately, they're all going to go for Kyle. There's only 2 blue guys that we're going to put out, and they're the ones we're putting out now. So we're going to put out the T-800 here. Technically, this drone is inside of there as well, but he's too far. Actually, no, he's not. He's within a range too. So you're supposed to just set them to the side here, and they're all considered in that space, so you can attack any of them, and they can attack you. So we're going to have both of these guys attacking Alex. I think I might have said Kyle, but it's Alex. Let's start off with the HK drone first. We're going to roll 2 dice. Okay, we're good. And then we're going to roll 3 dice for the T-800. And we've got 1 hit. Okay, I've got nothing to stop that. So that's going to hit, Alex takes 1 damage. Which, if you think about what's attacking him, that's actually not bad. Speaking of Alex, I think it's time we run away. Let's have Alex go. Oh, perfect. 2 6s, 2 4s. I'm not sad about that. First thing I think I'm going to do is actually use my EMP grenade. I'm going to place my 4 here. So what we can do is place your grenade token up to that range away. Basically, I'm just going to put it right next to me because there's no reason to put it any farther. We're all in that zone anyways. Then what we're going to do is we're going to roll this die, and we're going to, as many, whatever we roll on that, we can stun that many enemies. I'm hoping we can stun all 3 of those enemies. So I'm going to move these 3 dice. I'm going to place this out on the board. Come on, I need a 3 or higher. 3 or higher. A 6. I will take that. What we do for stunned enemies, we just lay them on their side. The next time that they get activated, they don't. They'll just stand back up. So that's what they're going to do. They're all just taking a nap. Then what I think I'm going to do is use a 6 and a 4 for movement. So that will allow us to move a total of 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go ahead and ask John Connor for one of his dice, and we're going to use that as an interact so that we can interact with that supply crate. I'm going to remove this. We're going to grab 2 equipment items, and we can actually grab and keep both because we have now 2 open spots. So a med kit and a grenade. The grenade does the same thing as a stun or the EMP, except for it does 1 wound. So you can use it to basically blow up enemies, which is great. Now, if you look here, we can go from corner to corner. We can actually see this T-800. Our range is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No problem. We're going to use our final die, which is a 6. We're going to put that onto our plasma rifle. This means we get to re-roll 1 result if we want, trying to take out this T-800. Rolling 3 dice with 1 re-roll, and that is terrible. Let's go ahead and re-roll this one. We can maybe still take him out. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not going to work because he's not defending. That's only 2 points of damage. His ability is all about defending. And because we have a Terminator symbol, that T-800 is going to take 1 step towards us. There's not going to be anyone adjacent, so no one will take damage, but he's now even closer to us. And you know what? I think it's time to use it. We're going to use our rank token here so we can re-roll all of our dice. This means we spend it, it's gone. We only have one of them, but I think it's worth it to try and take out this T800. So come on, re-roll it. 1, 2, 3, boom. That takes him out. He'd move one forward. It's not going to do anything. He's gone. That's good. The reason I wanted that is because I think we're going to get attacked by at least one, maybe two, and it could be even more depending upon what we spawn. So I really wanted to take him out. We'll move to the reinforcement phase, and we get a 2 and a 4. 2 and a 4, one here, one here. This one will move one space forward for this drone. He can then attack Alex. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, will simply take one step forward, and then he will be able to attack Kyle. This one down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he'll have to go 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's not going to be able. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. That definitely can see. Oh, you know what? Oops. I would say this can even see him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a range 6. Yeah, so he'll stop there. And we still have a red drone down here. Let's see. Alex is one step closer than Kyle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, but still can't attack. So we're going to have 2 attacking Alex, 1, 2, and 1 attacking Kyle. We'll start with the drone that's attacking Alex. We'll give 2 dice roll. That would do 1 point of damage, but we do have John Connor in our zone. He will use his rank token that he has for his special ability to prevent 1 wound. Good, because Alex would have 2 wounds then. Then what we're going to do is we'll move to the T800 that's attacking Alex. That enemy gets 3 dice. Oops, there we go. I've got him. And that's going to do 1 point of damage. Oh man, so Alex will have 2 points of damage now. He's definitely hurting, but he's still not out. Then we're going to do the same attack, but this is to Kyle from the back, that T800 in spot 4. And we've got, oh my gosh, 2 damage. And Kyle's ability is when attacking, so he's got nothing. So he's going to take 2 points of damage. Ouch, you guys. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So right now, Alex and Kyle have 2 points of damage. Our last character to go this round is Kyle. We'll give his dice a roll. Okay, 2 5s, a 3, and a 1. I think we're going to start off by sniper rifling this guy who just hit us for 2 wounds. We're kind of pissed at him. We're going to use a 5. That means we get to use the special ability. Each of our fists results add 1 damage in addition to triggering their normal abilities. We'll go ahead and roll 4 dice for this. And we have 1, 2, 3, just enough to take him out. We're then going to use the 5 and the 1 that we have here for movement for a total movement of 6. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, or let's go 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do that. We now have line of sight here, and let's see, line of sight here. I would say yes. Yeah, I think he has line of sight to both of these guys. So then what we're going to do is we're going to use our 3 as a sniper for this guy. We'll roll our 4 dice for this. And we've got 1, 2, 3 plus 1 is 4. Technically, he can move up to 1 space closer. Not enough. It's not going to do anything. Just going to kill him. That is great. Then what we're going to do is we are going to use our plasma canister. On your turn, discard this card to remove all action dice from one weapon card and re-roll them. You may use those dice again this turn. So that's going to be discarded. It's gone forever. But our 5 and 3 that we used on our sniper, we're going to re-roll to a 3 and a 2. But at least we can use them to attack or to heal. Well, I was thinking attacking, but now I'm wondering if I should heal. I've got 2 damage already. Why don't we split the difference? We can still sniper that drone. So I'm going to go ahead and sniper the drone with this 3, and then we can potentially, let's see what we get, but potentially we can then use our 2 to heal. So we'll roll 4 dice. We didn't even get close to hitting him. God, these Terminator symbols. Do we attack him again, or because we can attack him again? Oh, we've got people with med packs, so yeah, let's use our 2 to attack again. Okay, not so many Terminator symbols. Okay, that looks better. That's more than enough. We'll take out this red guy as well. Now though, we'll move to spawning, and we have a 3 and a 2. We'll place the drone over here in 3, or I should say 2, and then this T-800 here in 3. So this drone will, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, well, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want him to attack the Guardian because the Guardian is in cover, so I'll just move him up 1. And then this guy is going to move 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can he see anyone? I don't think he can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, can he see this spot? That's hard. I don't think so. I think that crosses this black line because I don't think I would say he could attack here. So, yeah, he won't be able to attack, but he is going to attack our Guardian, who is in cover. We'll roll up these 2 dice. That is 2 damage. Man. Fortunately, we are in cover, so we'll only take 1 wound, and then that cover is destroyed for the second hit. And let's not forget this lonely guy over here. He should be able to move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew. Good thing he's still not in range, but he's coming in too. Okay. That'll end this round. That round was brutal. I've got 2, 4, 5 wounds now. I also just thought I'd show you, look at how the enemies are set up now, so you can see kind of how they change throughout the game, because I'm putting them all in the back, and then they're slowly moving forward. So we now know that a drone for sure will spawn as one of the first enemies of all of the next activations. I think our goal for this next round will be to try and get to this waypoint token, and of course to get rid of some enemies, and basically to do some healing. I think that's the 3 things that we're going to want to focus on.